Hello, it's Colette, and here for a quick coffee and chat. Maybe not as long as they've normally been. Welcome if you're a new person watching. This is just conversation about things that are happening in my life or things that have happened with the channel. And so if you're looking for something truly spiritual, it might not be the video for you, but feel free and welcome to watch anyway. And for those of you that really like the coffee and chat, I'll get started. The main thing I wanted to talk about, is my first scheduled live stream, because it took about 7 minutes for me to get it sorted properly. It was all ready to go, and the everything was set up and it seemed perfect. But when I went on, there was a delay, so I couldn't see any comments coming through. And because there was about a 2-minute delay, I think I panicked and started switching to see if I could be on a different hangout or whatever. And then it all settled down and I saw what was there and we managed it. But I had a brilliant comment from someone, and it struck me. I was sitting at the start of this going, is there anybody there? And my wee sis was texting me saying, yeah, we're here and we're having a wee conversation amongst ourselves and it's great. And I was like, I can't see you. I know you're there, but I can't see you, but I'll find you. It'll be okay. And one of my subscribers said that the start of the video was a bit like mediumship, where they were all there having a conversation and the medium was sitting like, are you there? Can you hear me? Can you see me? Would you mind chatting to me? And I thought that was so clever and so good, because she was so right. But seeing it from that perspective made it worthwhile, that 7-minute wait where I must have looked like an idiot going, what's happening? And I will get this right. As I say, it was first go. Now, it was meant to be a short kind of trial question and answer, on for an hour and a half. Although, again, I will say the 10 minutes at the end of it was me trying to sign off, because it wouldn't let me sign off. So there were lots of jokes going on at that point and me signing out but still filming, and so there's about 17 minutes of that is just me at the start being a riot and me at the end being a riot. But the middle of it, the actual chat itself was fantastic. I was so nervous. I had my citrine round my neck. I wasn't nervous about the chat as such or my knowledge, because I'm very good at, if I don't know something, saying I'm sorry, I'm not an expert on that or whatever. But I know when you're in a live stream, people do get together and say, oh, well, why don't you do this and that? So that's why I was really wanting to do a live stream, because some of the YouTubers I watch, I'm interested in what they're saying, but I'm very interested in the conversation as well, that goes up the side. So anyway, there was some amazing questions asked, and it was interesting because I didn't know what questions were coming. I didn't go on like say Twitter and say, give me some questions and I'll answer them. I was answering things that were just getting put at me. Now, these will not be sort of mediumship or readings. It's about spirituality, questions about anything from healing to mediumship to tarot or whatever. And the questions that come in were fantastic. And when I had a viewpoint on them, I'd also say, but what about anyone else? And then I'd see the conversation of this one in America talking to this one in Scotland, and this one saying, well, I do this way. And I just loved it. I just absolutely loved it. It was fantastic. Yes, it was quite difficult watching things coming up, but I did it, and I did it to a degree that I think people enjoyed it because they said they did. I also felt that I enjoyed it a lot, although I had trouble sleeping that night. I was so hyper. I just couldn't believe I'd done it after, because I've been saying I was going to live stream for about 6 months and always found it too technical, and I've needed help with it. I mean, my daughter's helped me so much, and she's coming back to help me tweak what got wrong at the start and how to sign out. And you know, even that, there was some of my Scots friends talking away and some of the Americans saying, what does that mean? And that was wonderful as well. But I really felt the thing that I really enjoyed was, yeah, talking to yous and, you know, looking at the questions and going, oh my goodness, right, okay, I'll answer on that. But the main thing was that by the end of the hour, say hour and a quarter, that people had been chatting to one another or helping one another, it felt like a great wee community had started. And a few people near the end had suggestions for the community. They were saying, you know, because what we were doing is we were also empowering the healing rose, the blue rose, and putting more healing into it a few times during the live stream. And there's a few people saying, you know, this felt great and they felt the healing. And maybe if there was something or someone that needed healing, could we not use the live stream to do that, to push that healing towards some event or some tragedy or whatever? And I was like, yes, let's do that, you know. Because remember, I'm sort of the face of this channel, but the channel is about the people that are subscribed to it, because without you, there would be no point, you know. So this wee community started to form, people chatting to one another, people having ideas what they would like to do with the channel. And I loved that. I absolutely loved it. It was like, you know, I've talked about the way my life's changed through ill health, etc. But I used to do a lot of workshops and also a lot of events. So the workshops could have anything from 6 to 60 people at them. The live events could have up to about 500. And there was a certain degree of, you know, when you were doing these things, you were getting feedback right away, you were reacting to certain jokes, you were reacting to what people needed. And I also obviously had that in all my readings as well, although it was one-to-one, the reaction, the things that you can talk about, chat about, and then come together on. So since giving up the readings, I've not really had that as much, and I love the videos, but the back chat I get is only through the comments. So for me, doing the live stream gave me a great sense of, excuse me, I've got another wee thing up there, right? It gave me a great sense of being back involved with people again, because much as though sorry, I've got something trying to do something here, just give me a wee minute. As usual, now, I don't want a scan. Go away. I'll see if it goes away. So anyway, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I felt as though I was back with you all, and it didn't matter about my disability. It didn't matter about my hearing. I mean, one of the reasons I couldn't do the healings and stuff was simply because, excuse me again. No, I do not want a new version of it. And I do not want a security scan. There we go. Hopefully that's it. Yeah, one of the reasons that I even gave up even workshops, not so much the big live events and television and radio and stuff, but the actual workshops, was my hearing. I wear 2 hearing devices, and I've lost like the medium to top full range of sound. I know when someone's singing really quite well when I can't hear them, so I'll be hearing the low bass notes, and then, you know, if they sing and it just disappears, then I know they're hitting some high notes, and it's just that I can't hear them. So, you know, being in a workshop situation when maybe someone at the back of, you know, a section was asking you something or whatever, just wasn't happening. It would have been too embarrassing for me. And so, you know, my hearing and my general sort of autoimmune thing really pulled me away from things that I really did enjoy. And YouTube's been brilliant for allowing me to talk and allowing me to pass on knowledge and do what I feel is a good thing. But you know what? The live streams give me that feeling of being in the moment with you, being there, being connected, understanding what you need and what you want from me. And yes, there was a bit of a delay, but it worked. And I'm so thankful for the technology that's allowing me to do that, or did allow me to do it, because it's fantastic. I'm thrilled with it. So yeah, the live stream was funny. I mean, I had some texts after it, you know, some of my friends saying, oh, we were staying right to the end and we were killing ourselves laughing, because I just couldn't get out of it at all, and eventually I had to switch off the camera and YouTube. But there we go. That will not happen again. Also, I've had thoughts, I'm probably going to try and invest in some new lighting in the next few months, because definitely, you know, like the daylight hits one side here and I can't turn this round or everything squishes. So I'm going to try and get some new lighting so that I can balance this out, because I always feel as though I've got one very bright side and then the dark side, which probably is true, but never mind. So I'll probably be doing that at one point. The channel, as I say, is doing quite well, and it's got more subscribers and more people leaving comments, and the Healing Hands video is over 34,000 views, which is fantastic. It's just lovely. So I'm fair chuffed with it. I'm really fair chuffed. I've also this will come out after I've done a Valentine's Day thing, which you might have seen, and in it I've read a big excerpt from my book called Love Lessons, and one of the reasons I did it was something I wanted to say about love and about Valentine's Day itself and about loving yourself, but also, although I wanted to do that, I've had a lot of people ask me if I could read from my books, because some people seem to like my Scots accent. And I'm not the best reader from books. I mean, I think I put on a slight persona, and then sometimes I get the words muddled. But I did it, and I've actually not heard it back yet. But we'll see. But if people like that, I'd actually love to read from my books more. Because if you like it, then it's you getting, you know, it's you getting some examples from the books, even if you don't have them, you know. But also, you know, I do realise that some people like to listen and just like the Scots accent. So if you like the way that I read on Love Lessons, which should be out before this video, please let me know, because I would be quite happy to do more book reading. Particularly, I mean, I've got 9 books out now and they're all very different. So it means that I kind of get to choose what I want to read. So that's the other thing. What else? The snow is sort of going away, but we're due more tonight, so we'll see. I can't wait for the spring, but I'm kind of holding myself back from thinking about, you know, what seeds I'd like and stuff like that, because it's just too cold, and it's just too my hands have a kind of Raynaud's, so if I go out in the cold and even touch cold things, then they go numb, and then they go very red and get all yucky and sore. So I have to watch with the cold, and I'm learning, you know, it's no point, you know, trying to do something when it's still too cold. So there's that. But anyway, yeah, I've talked about the book readings, and I've talked about the live stream. I don't think there's nothing nasty happened or anything like that. I was I was kind of in my bed the day after the live stream, but that was because I didn't sleep very well, and when I don't sleep very well, I don't feel my neck rested. But it was worth it. It was well worth it. Absolutely well worth it, because the joy that I got from the connection of that live stream outweighed having to be in bed the next day. And it's just as simple as that. And when you've got a chronic illness, you can't stop living. You've still got to do things that are going to make you happy and bring you joy. And if that comes with a consequence, so be it, as long as you are in control of the decision and the consequence. So yeah, it was well worth it. I hope you had a nice week. I think this will go up maybe Thursday or Friday, and I hope to do another live stream in the next week or two, which would be lovely, but I'll let you all know about it. And if you want to support the channel, there's a wee PayPal donate button on the About page and also in the big header. And there's also Super Chat for when I'm doing a live chat. I mean, I don't know if many people know there's a wee red button and you can donate even a wee $1 or whatever, and ask questions and stuff like that. And it's not that I'm asking for that, and I'm not expecting it in any way, but every little bit can help towards you know, at one point this morning I thought my camera had given up on me, but actually it hadn't. It was being a wee bit temperamental. So that's why I'm saying, rather than not saying, because that would be daft as well. Because, you know, we're fine, we get along. Jim and I are quite frugal people, and we enjoy that lifestyle. You know, we recycle, we try to look after the earth as best we can. So because of that and health, we don't have big holidays. You know, we don't have a big carbon footprint in any way. So, well, here's Nelly, ain't back for a cuddle. So, you know, we're fine, but it would be nice that the channel could flourish with the things I would like for it. But there we go. Anyway, thank you again, and thank you for being part of the live stream, and thank you for being part of my life, because I really enjoy this, as you may have noticed. And I know I keep thanking you all, but it's important to thank people when they're part of your life and bringing you joy and bringing you communication and bringing you ideas, bringing you conversation, making you think about things. That's what life's about. So thank you. And hopefully see you in the next few weeks for another coffee and chat. Bye now.